Hey everybody, Greg from Strive to Survive, and basically going to show you a chair top breakdown of my get home bag. And I promised to actually do this video last week, and I didn't get around to it. I'm actually off today, so I had a little bit of time, and thought I'd go ahead and put this together for you real quick. I'm basically doing this one-handed with my phone, so what I'm going to do is open up all the compartments, come back to the video, and I'll show you the contents of everything that we've put together thus far, and give you a brief description as to the reason why whatever it is in there, the reason for it, and what I believe it would actually help me get through in any type of situation. Get home, I'll go ahead and tell everyone that my get home needs are going to be very minimal. The distance, basically it takes me about 15 minutes to get from here to where I work, and that's pretty much everywhere I go. And it's pretty much the situation if I go to town for any reason, if we go out to eat, any of those things. Probably the furthest track away from here would probably be 30 minutes. So this bag would work in any of those situations. Anything outside of that, like an hour by vehicle, I believe, essentially my bug out bag would be in the vehicle. So, I'm prepared for that situation. If I need to go a longer distance of time, of course, I have a more substantial kit with me at all times, and of course this is a backup that is made to kind of complement my bug out bag as well. So but both of them would probably be used to get back home in any situation, because pretty much our situation kind of lends itself to everything being here that we would need, at least for the very first couple of days in any type of situation, or SHTF scenario or anything like that. So anyway, we'll get into the kit and we'll move on. Okay, so back into the video here, and I just want to show you in this flap here, I keep the new vinyl safety vest that I purchased. This is kind of a one-size-fits-all type thing. I paid $5 for it at a local hunting store, and just something extremely bright that would show up really good at night if you're traveling alongside the road, or even during the day, so that you make sure people see you. Because if you wear dark clothing like I do a lot of times, especially if you're traveling at night, you would want to be seen, especially on the roadside. So that's the reason why this is in here. This is basically just tinfoil, and I just got that kind of wrapped up so that in case I did need it for whatever reason, I had it there. You can use tinfoil for a multitude of different things, and like I said, if you need any more information on that, I'm sure there's about 6,000 videos on YouTube that can tell you what all the uses of tinfoil are, especially in the great outdoors. So I just pulled that out of there because it's kind of hard to get out of there without especially one-handed. So we'll open up the main compartment of the bag, and we come to this very first pocket here, and basically I have my 511 LM, the TMTO1, I believe it is. This is a really old flashlight. It takes one AA battery, and pretty much everything in my kit takes AA batteries. I am probably fixing to swap over some stuff to AAA. But essentially, everything in my kit, and both kits, actually, my get home bag and my bug out bag, all take AA batteries at this point. Then I have just a inexpensive multi-tool that works really well. I actually cleaned it up so you can just kind of flip it open. It's I think I paid like, I don't know, $4 for this at a auto parts store, and it was literally 10 years ago. This thing has got some major age on it. I just recently cleaned it up and got it to where it would open and close really easily. It's not the best multi-tool in the world, but it does work, and I have used it many times in the past. I forgot to open one compartment here. We can do that one-handed. And essentially, I have like a small medical kit here, and this has got moleskin in it because it's going to be traveling. If you start to wear a blister on your heel or anything like that, that's what a good use for moleskin. There's also some latex extra large gloves in here. I have really big hands, so there are also other meds in here, allergy meds, of course bandages, waterproof tape. I've got a couple of carabiners here for whatever purpose. There are literally all kinds of medication in here for stomach, insect bites, anything that you might run into, anti-diarrheal medication as well. I don't think I'm going to be running into any situation like that within 10 miles and probably will never need any of this, but it's just there as a precautionary measure. I took it out of the little kit that it came in and just put it in a clear plastic bag to kind of keep down on weight. Then we get to the very main content portion of the bag, and I have a Cliff Bar, I have some Alberto beef jerky, I have another little small medical kit that came from some store, I'm not sure. This was like $1.99. It's just got some small bandages in it, and it's got a couple of butterfly closure bandages. It's got a couple of iodine pads in it, so it's nothing significant, but something that might help. Have another medical kit. This is actually a watertight kit, and it has all kinds of different products in it, safety pins, and like I said, just more of a backup in case something more major happened. I don't think I'll need it at all, but like I said, it's better safe than sorry, and it doesn't weigh anything. I have the life straw in this pack in case I did need to stop and get water. I already have water here. This stays full. This is a stainless steel water bottle I bought off Amazon. It's a trying to think of the name of the company, but basically it's a copy of it, and it stays full of water. The water stays really, really cool, even during the summertime. And I think it's a copy of the Clean Canteen, and I think I paid like $8 for it on Amazon. So if you want to check that out, I actually have the Sawyer mini water filter in my bug out bag, so I moved this life straw over to my pack here, and then the rest of this is pretty much all shelter. This is basically a toboggan for your head. It is starting to get colder weather, but I keep it in there all the time. I'm trying to pull everything out of here in unison. Let's see, it's been a while since I got to this part of the bag. I've got my gloves, just in case I should need them. Like I said, pretty much everything at this point is sheltered. This is a camouflage. What else we got here? I've got my face cover. This, forget the name brand of it. I actually did a review on it. Spandex, Spandaflage is the product there. And, oh, I'm sorry, the camo bandana. Let's see what else we got here. I did put my Gerber fire starter in here. It's not significant. I also have a lighter in here as well. I carry a lighter in I've got literally 3 or 4 lighters in the truck. I keep lighters all over the place. I don't think I would ever need this, but I did put it in the kit. It was a suggestion from a viewer of one of my previous videos. I have a Mylar blanket here and a large garbage bag, and I just keep those in a plastic bag, keep them protected and waterproof. I have another garbage bag there that's exposed. Sorry, I had to cut away there for a minute. Then the next thing I have in the bag is this camo poncho that I purchased. This can be used as basically a tarp. This thing is huge. I actually purchased this 2 or 3 years ago. I picked it up at Walmart in the outdoor section. I think it was $9.99. I'm sure the price has changed since then, but I've wore it and used it a couple of times in the past, and I always fold it back up and put it back in the package just to keep it from getting holes poked in it and all that kind of other stuff. And I'm sure a lot of you are probably wondering if where the knife is at. And hang on just a second and I'll show you. Sorry about that. I had to cut away for a moment. I keep getting texts and telephone calls. Evidently, I'm the most popular person on the planet. But anyway, like I said, getting to the knife, which I'm sure all of you are wondering, I keep a knife on my side all the time, and it was actually a gift from my buddy Rick over at Tack Hill, and it is, and you can see it's kind of dirty right now because I've been using it at work, but this is the Ontario Rat 1. I keep this knife on me at all times, basically. Even when I'm at home shooting a video for YouTube, it stays in my pocket. So that's the knife I have on my person as part of my everyday carry. But I do have a fixed blade knife here in this concealed carry portion that is made for a gun. I don't want my gun to be in a bag. I want my gun to be on my side where it's quickly accessible at all times. There is my gun. And this is the Gerber Strong Arm. About 600 million reviews, videos. One called the Gauntlet, which is one of the reasons why I purchased this knife, or I requested this knife as a birthday present for my father-in-law. And it fits very, very well inside that portion of the bag. Zips up, and the Schrade SCHF9, which is in my bug-out bag, will not fit in this compartment. So that's another reason why I wanted the Gerber Strong Arm, is because after reading about its dimensions, I knew that it would work in this pack, and that's another reason why I wanted it, because it was quite a bit smaller than the Schrade SCHF9 that I have in my bug-out bag. Essentially, other than batteries, there's some AA backup batteries right there, and a kind of like an old credit card style card with like 25 yards of gray duct tape wrapped around it that goes in that side pocket there. That is essentially everything. Got the water source there. Then I have another canteen in the truck that I can take with me if I need to. Of course, part of my everyday carry is my gun, which never leaves my side. And that is essentially it in a nutshell. So if you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. I know one other viewer had requested or suggested that I maybe go with like one of the dark energy cell phone chargers, or a charger for backup power. I don't think in the amount of time that I'm traveling, buying something like that really, my needs really don't justify the cost of that. I have a solar charger kit in my bug-out bag that has a battery backup in it. So like I said, if I'm going to be going a further distance, I'll put the bug-out bag in the truck with me. It's going to be, longer than an hour travel by vehicle. So I'll have the bug-out bag with me, and basically I have that with me at that point. This will also be with me because it never leaves my vehicle. And this basically complements everything in the bug-out bag. That would be one suggestion I would probably make to everyone. Make sure that everything that you have kind of complements each other. Because like I said, my system is designed to run off all AA batteries at this point. The only thing that I think of may very well be a something that I steer away from AA and go to AAA would be for a headlight. And I'm still considering that purchase at this point. I haven't truly made up my mind 100% which one I'm going to go with. So that is in the works, but that is for the bug-out bag and not for this bag, because I also have my everyday carry flashlight with me, which is the A1 Tactical A1S. And there it is. Just pulled it out of my pocket. You can see it's kind of beat up. Works great though. Been a great flashlight and love it. Highly recommend it as well. This is the newer model that has the kind of the defensive facing on it here. For you can use it for self-protection if you need to. Instead of reaching for a flashlight, I'm probably going to reach for the knife or the gun, just to be completely honest with you. So I'd rather have one of those in my hand as a flashlight trying to defend myself. But like I said, this kit is not going to work for everybody, and if you live in an urban environment, it's probably not going to work very well. But like I said, this kit is kind of designed for my needs and my purposes, and at this point, it is complete. I can't think of anything else that this kit needs. I can't really say that is true for the bug-out bag at this point, but that's another video. So I appreciate you guys watching as always. I appreciate all the new subscribers that have came on board over the last couple of weeks, and I've also subscribed to some other channels and some of my viewers as well, and I look forward to checking out your videos and giving some feedback on some of your stuff as well. So appreciate it as always. You guys stay cool, stay safe, and remember to strive to be the best you can be every day. We'll catch you in the next video.